Hey guys, what's up? I'm Saffron and I just want to have a little chat today, okay? And I don't really even know what I want to chat about, but I have some ideas, but I'm just going to let it flow. So, things within my life has changed and shifted a bit, and I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. I don't look at whew, there it goes. I don't look at change as being a bad thing, okay? Especially when it seems as if it's a loss, okay? Now, I look at it as I'm just opening up space within my life for things that I want to have in my life or receive to be able to come in. And having things fall away or saying no to certain things, like this is not what I want, whether that's people, places, or things, it's a beautiful process and needed sometimes. So I have been sharing a little bit in my previous chats. This thing is tripping. All right. I think that keeps it. Oh no, it's not. Stay still. Thank you. Wait, no. Perfect. Okay, it's not gonna move. Or is it? Okay, so in previous chats, I've shared how, I was experiencing pregnancy symptoms, like some pregnancy symptoms that I was experiencing, and just a bit about my partner and I, things that have been going on, and yeah. So things have shifted a bit, all right? The pregnancy symptoms have changed. They're not as like as I would say severe as they were. Some of the things that I spoke of, but there's still some that are there. But within the relationship that I was in, it has broken up, okay? It has split. And I'm happy about it. I'm very happy about it. I realized that the connection was just not the connection for me. And I thought that because, I was pregnant, that I had to stay in the connection. Now, with that being said, okay, within leaving the connection, I have also decided to terminate the pregnancy. And that was one thing that I wasn't very sure that I would do. Or even something that I would even see myself thinking about, or let alone agreeing, like coming into agreement with this. And that's just where I am. And reason being, I spoke previously about there being several separations within the connection, and it was like within those separations, I didn't necessarily want to continue the relationship. You know, it wasn't something that I wanted to continue. It wasn't something that I wanted to be in, because it seemed as time we were apart, you know, I felt like, okay, I have to be in this, you know, I'm pregnant. Like, I don't really have a choice. But I understood at that moment I was limiting myself. So I didn't feel as free as I would like to feel in the connection. And I could also, you know, notice this person trying to change me, all right? And, you know, when we were new in the connection, he would always express that, you know, I love you as you are. You know, I don't want to change you. I don't want to try to change you. But, you know, oh, my nose. There's something in my nose. Maybe like a booger or something. But it was like, okay, you say that you're not trying to change me, but I saw that as a tactic, a way of trying to change me, but in a new way than the way that it was done before. And it was just like, I noticed that every time we would have a conversation about certain things, and how it would be like, oh, well, I'm gonna work on that. And I'm like, okay, cool. And there would be things that I would be working on, but I would see myself finding progress. And, you know, I'm in counseling as well. So there is things that I was working on, and I was seeing progress, and I was making progress within these things, but I wasn't seeing any progress. You know, I wasn't seeing any progress with him. And the only progress that I saw was him cultivating a new way to do what he was doing previously that he said that he wasn't going to do. And it just came to a point where I was just like, you know, this is not for me. You know, this is not for me. I'm not going to settle because I'm pregnant, you know? Like, I don't have to settle in this. And, you know, I really don't want any connections or ties with you. You're not really someone that I see as a partner, and you're not someone as I see as a friend. So, you know, that's where me just not wanting to be connected to someone like that. And during that, like before this happened, I, you know, cut relationships with certain people that were in my life, just because it just wasn't good. And I feel like I need to be setting standards for myself. Like, there was a point in my life where I had standards, and my standards were clear. They were cut and dry, and there was no like going over that standard boundary, you know? So I feel like cutting those connections were the door that opened to me realizing I have a standard, and this is not meeting my standard. And somewhere along the lines, my standard dropped, and I have to do what's best for me, because I want to receive good, new, you know, experiences and things in my life. But if I'm allowing you to clog my space with these lowered standards, you know, how am I going to be able to open my life to receive, you know, these other things that I want to experience? And so, yeah, I cut the relationship, and it feels good. It really feels good. So now I'm just trying to fit, or not fit, but just allow things to fall into place as they are. Really notice and connect to how I feel and which direction of my life I want to go in. You know, I did start this channel initially because I was, you know, wanting to do yoga, but you know, I've been doing yoga, instructing yoga on and off since 2021, and I don't know, it's 2026 now, and it's like there's more that I want to do. I don't want to just restrict myself to that one thing. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop, you know, sharing yoga videos or doing yoga altogether. It just means that I'm going to go with the flow and do what feels good for me. And I don't want to limit myself and put myself in a box to where I'm set to do just this thing, and I'm so much more than that. So I want to share more of my life, my journey, and just how I'm keeping balance or cultivating balance in my life, and navigating through traumatic experiences and finding peace and joy in them. Okay? And I think that that's where I want to go, because that feels good to me. So I'm going to keep you updated on what's going on, and you know, this might even shift into, I'm just going to be quiet, but I'm just going to let it flow as it does. So thank you for watching. Talk to you later.